Welcome back from the holiday break. Did you rest? Did you really rest? I'm curious. I definitely struggled with the transition from right before the holiday when there was like this crazy momentum and then crickets, right? It's so quiet and your calendar's empty. There's a little part of your brain that's like, oh, they're gonna forget about me, right? That's not true. That's not true. And if you're in the early stages of your business or the second or third year, I want you to know that you got to give yourself a little grace. It's going to feel a little strange because we've been so conditioned in society to feel that if we are not productive 24/7, that we're going to lose clients and our whole business is going to fall apart, right? Which is like catastrophic thinking. We don't need that in our nervous system. We don't need to be thinking that way. So for myself, when I first took the break, I said, I'm going to take the last 2 weeks of the year off and I'm not posting. And then the fear started to come up a little bit, which is like the normal, reptilian brain acting up. And I said, you know what? What's going to make me feel comfortable? Because I'm not really resting if I'm thinking about this. So I wanted to release that. And I wanted to get my brain to feel a little calmer. So I said, I'm not going to post anything like promotional or educational. For me, the right thing that felt right at the time was like, just going to pop on a little once for Christmas, a little once for New Year's, and just kind of like stay in the flow of, being there, but not anything too labor intensive. And that made me feel good. The brain calmed down and it was awesome. But then I made the mistake of actually looking online to see what everyone else was doing. And people had their offers up and people were posting carousels and reels. And I was just like, I'm missing out. And, I had to stop the brain from that too. So the whole point of this is to say, yes, whatever happened over the holiday, give yourself grace. You always have another opportunity on the weekends to give yourself that break, right? If you didn't quite get it this holiday season, make sure that you're always looking for ways to unplug so that you have the energy to show up energetic, to show up as your full self, to be healthy, for not only for yourself and your business, but for your family and friends, to exhibit that balance. I think a lot of us who are coaches and in healing spaces and creativity, we're always there for everyone else. And to the point where, you can deplete that energy so quickly. So this year, for myself and for my clients, I want to make sure that I'm being really mindful about how we're building our business and how we're showing up in a way that is balanced and being honest about it when it does feel scary, when it is the messy middle. Being honest about how we're feeling scared sometimes instead of repressing that fear. I think that's important to share because everything on social media, everything's so perfect. We're all doing our thing and nobody's burnt out, nobody's tired. And that's just not reality. Nobody's scared, and that's just not reality. So we would all help one another by being more authentic and more realistic about what this journey actually looks like to be a business owner. And that's kind of part of what I really want to do. And that's part of the work that I do with people. And that's what I enjoy. So I hope you had a chance to rest. It's been great to hop back on here and say hi. We'll be making some more videos about this, about making sure your businesses are sustainable, that you are energetic and healthy enough for it, that we can take all the goals you have for 2026 and instead of having them make you feel overwhelmed because you do have a million ideas, my goal is to make sure that I'm reaching people, that we can make this so organized and prioritize it in such a way that it works for you specifically, because each business is very unique. And so a lot of the information that's out there about how to build a business is kind of cookie cutter, and it's not really going to relate to how you need to do things. And that's why I love working one-on-one with folks. So I'm really looking forward to 2026, looking forward to having more of these conversations with you guys. And yeah, be gentle with yourself, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.